This time with dainty tail and mighty paw.
Now witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
Let's look at that right now.
Oh, okay.
What do we see that's out of the ordinary? We've got 4 bottles right here. He's wearing fucking sandals. Yeah. Yeah.
And now.
Oh, okay, so now I can start pressing. The game began with 3,500 points.
Oh, it's that chick.
Are those the usual starting points? Were there any special rules used?
No, not special. Usual game, usual rules.
If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be... exactly 7,000 points. Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division.
I wouldn't be able to do it. My math is terrible. Nowadays, anyway. So you have to press for everything that the witness
It's a good
says.
idea, too.
Oh.
Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
Of course.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder?
Sure. Do it.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle chop.
Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars, rubles?
Yet, as I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard, perhaps, for capitalists to oh my god, commies! 2 type of chip. 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. It is not money, though. Justice.
Sir!
Don't you find her comment interesting?
In more ways than one, sir!
I'd have added it to her testimony myself.
Yes, I do think she deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind.
Your Honor.
Go ahead and say this part.
One kind of chip is worth 100 points, other kind is worth 1,000. 2 kinds in all.
Mr. Gavin said the testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in kindergarten. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'd better think of something to ask, and quick. The 2 types of chips. The small ones are 100, right? Right, of course.
Ha! Don't waste our time.
Is that all? Yeah. Great, Mr. Gavin made me stop her, and now I'm the one who looks dumb.
Oh, Justice?
I have to present evidence.
Please try not to embarrass me like that.
Who? Me?
There's a clear contradiction in information you have in your hands.
I wonder if there's 3 kinds of chips.
Mochi, stop. It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten after all. Mochi!
Calculation? Okay, so let's look at the evidence. There are obviously only 2 types of chips.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait,
What do you see that's...
So, the chips, so the big ones are worth 1,000, and the small ones are worth 100, right? So, look how many big ones there are, and it only takes 7,000 to win.
Oh, yeah.
And there's
3, 4,
like
5, 6,
9.
7, 8, 9. Okay.
I think that's...
No, you're right. You're right. You're sure it was the victim who won? absolutely sure?
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. I like a woman with big chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips were 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips.
There's not enough for 7,000 points either.
If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up...
How much is it?
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips just don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction.
Starting points were wrong. Chip count was wrong.
How could both be right?
I don't know. I guess maybe just the chip count was wrong.
Yeah, but why? There's a fucking way. There's a reason. Oh, this drives me nuts.
I don't know.
Let's look at the court record. Because, like, what's the significance if that's the case?
So if it were
There
divided...
isn't even any game pieces on that. It's not even the same table. That's round. This one's square.
Yeah.
There's a third... Let me look at this.
Unless maybe the starting totals were wrong, because that would mean the starting total would have been 5,300.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a second. Wait a second. This adds up to 7,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the that's 6,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're both right.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips... Fuck. The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones!
Madness! Utter madness!
Why is it significant? Show me the photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I wasn't the one who said it.
Or did he say I was the one? I probably misread.
But wait!
There's more?
The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing!
Exactly. Wait, did he?
No, the value is still higher for Phoenix, right?
That's what I thought. I'm gonna look at it again.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, because that means he had 4,100 points.
Yeah.
And he only had 3,000, or whatever, 2,900.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
So Phoenix Wright was winning.
I can't. Okay. Oh!
Exactly! If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
Ah!
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the defendant had 4,100 points!
Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible!
Well, there goes the motive.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning!
Yeah!
Now, Miss Orly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you?
Ah,
Order! Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must ask ourselves whether we can trust the witnesses.
Oh.
Oh, I think that was... No. This is where she changes her testimony again to try and backtrack. Excuse me, what is it, Miss Orly?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
see what, Miss Orly? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
Cheat? You don't mean a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why a game ends with chips as they are.
Oh, they're smashing aces, right? No, that's a... No. Never mind. Wait, there's gotta
What's
be...
the cheat? What's the cheat?
Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting.
Witness! Smack his balls! You will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. Okay. New testimony. The final hand.
Wah, wah, wah. At the last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck,
There's 2 decks.
from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument, duh. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in hand, poor Mr. Smith.
Miss Orly, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin, what's a full house?
Lawyers these days. You don't know your poker.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career.
What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring?
Justice? You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes?
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house.
That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Yeah, both had ace pair, but he was 7's high and he was king's. Okay.
We forget. There's an easy way to make a full house, and it goes and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
I really wish that I could think better when I point my finger at my forehead.
The final hand. Okay, I don't care about that. Let's go straight. Okay.
So we
I'm
should...
gonna press this one right here.
Okay.
How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played a fifth ace.
Wait a second. I thought they both... No, wait a second.
Oh, maybe the ace that
One,
has the
two,
writing
one,
on
two.
it is actually a different one?
I
See
only
how
see
it
4
says-
aces.
Yeah, but that one says volume 8, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that one's a fake? That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not sure.
There was
Oh, what about that card? You see that? Or is that something else?
That's
That
a
might be one on the
2.
floor.
That's a 2 on the floor.
Hmm.
Okay. They said there was 2 decks.
Better
let's
than
let's
an
look
ace
at
in the
this.
hole.
Whoops. Oh.
You can look at the phone.
No, I need to... Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Space.
Wow, the battery's being held in place with tape. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I remember when you could take
He
out
should
the
just buy a
batteries.
new one. Maybe he can't afford it or he just doesn't care.
Do you know,
There's something under that tape.
Oh, most definitely. Besides just the battery. Apparently, the state of Oregon has a measure in place right now they're trying to pass that gives you the right to repair so that you can try and fix your phone. Instead of companies just being like, nah, you need a new phone, bro. We will give us your money.
Well, I'd like to have a new phone that makes it easy to repair as opposed to whatever the hell they have going on. Okay, there's nothing else in the phone.
I also agree.
You know what? Let's do this.
A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well.
No, she's wrong.
Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I should say, a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Okay, so now we're just going to present. Yeah, because he's got 3 kings, not 3 aces.
Yeah.
Objection!
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name?
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you just said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend.
Oh, do I have to point with the finger?
In other words,
Yeah.
use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. Eh. Okay. No. R.
Why, it's here, of course.
It's where?
Where is that you're pointing?
Oh,
Oh.
come on. Oh, no.
Can you point to the King of Diamonds?
Okay, try that.
There we go.
Fucking stupid. Miss Orly, in your testimony you made the following claim. Mr. Smith... Oh. Automatically did it. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
That's not how it works.
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating all right, and it's going on right here in the courtroom.
2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total.
Thank you, Judge.
Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. I swear to you.
It's under the phone.
She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead?